Hello. Today is a very special day. Today is March 16th. It's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. For those of you watching that don't know, the reason that I'm reading the chronological Bible, reading every day the Bible, is I mentioned to my mom how much I missed reading the Bible every day to my children when I homeschooled them. And we'd finish the Bible every year. And my mom responded how much she missed when my dad would read to her every night before they went to bed, and they would finish the Bible in a year. And although I'm not so tech savvy, I said, let me try to figure out a way that I can read the Bible to you every year, and I'll satisfy my desire to read the Bible to you and my mom's desire to have the Bible read to her. That's the purpose of this channel. It's the whole reason I'm doing this. And I'm loving it so much. So happy birthday, Mom. I love you so much. And I love reading to you every day. And everybody else that's listening, welcome. So glad you can join us. Today we're reading starting in Joshua chapter 14. These are the inheritances that the people of Israel received in the land of Canaan, which Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun and the heads of the fathers' houses of the tribes of the people of Israel gave them to inherit. Their inheritance was by lot, just as the Lord had commanded by the hand of Moses for the 9 1/2 tribes. For Moses had given an inheritance to the 2 1/2 tribes beyond the Jordan, but to the Levites he gave no inheritance among them. For the people of Joseph were 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim, and no portion was given to the Levites in the land, but only cities to dwell in with their pasture lands for the livestock and their abundance. The people of Israel did as the Lord commanded Moses. They allotted the land. Then the people of Judah came to Joshua at Gilgal, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite said to him, "You know what the Lord said to Moses, the man of God, in Kadesh Barnea concerning you and me. I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land. And I brought him word again as it was in my heart. But my brothers who went up with me made the heart of the people melt. Yet I wholly followed the Lord my God. And Moses swore on that day, saying, Surely the land on which your foot has trodden shall be an inheritance for you and your children forever, because you have wholly followed the Lord my God. And now behold, the Lord has kept me alive, just as he said, these 45 years since that time that the Lord spoke this word to Moses, while Israel walked in the wilderness. And now behold, I am this day 85 years old. I am still as strong today as I was in the day that Moses sent me. My strength now is as my strength was then." Wow, that's pretty cool. For war and for going and coming. So now give me this hill country of which the Lord spoke on that day. For you heard on that day how the Anakim were there with great fortified cities. It may be that the Lord will be with me, and I shall drive them out, just as the Lord said. Then Joshua blessed him, and he gave Hebron to Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, for an inheritance. Therefore the Hebron became the inheritance of Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, to this day, because he wholly followed the Lord, the God of Israel. Now the name of Hebron formerly was Kiriath Arba. Arba was the greatest man among the Anakim, and the land had rest from war. Chapter 15. The allotment for the tribe of the people of Judah, according to their clans, reached southward to the boundary of Edom, to the wilderness of Zin, to the farthest south. And their south boundary ran from the end of the Salt Sea, from the bay that faces southward. It goes out southward of the ascent of Akrabim, passes along to Zin, and goes up south of Kadesh Barnea, along by Hezron, up to Adar, turns about to Karka, passes along to Asmon, goes out by the brook of Egypt, and comes to its end at the sea. This shall be your south boundary. And the east boundary is the Salt Sea to the mouth of the Jordan. And the boundary on the north side runs from the bay of the sea at the mouth of the Jordan. And the boundary goes up to Beth Hagla and passes along north of Beth Araba. And the boundary goes up to the stone of Bohan, the son of Reuben. And the boundary goes up to Deber from the valley of Achor, and so northward, turning toward Gilgal, which is opposite the ascent of Adumim, which is on the south side of the valley. And the boundary passes along to the waters of En Shemesh and ends at En Rogel. Then the boundary goes up by the valley of the son of Hinnom at the southern shoulder of the Jebusite, that is Jerusalem. And the boundary goes up to the top of the mountain that lies over against the valley of Hinnom on the west, at the northern end of the valley of Rephaim. Then the boundary extends from the top of the mountain to the spring of the waters of Nephtoah, and from there to the cities of Mount Ephron. Then the boundary bends around to Bela, that is Kiriath Jearim. And the boundary circles west of Bela to Mount Seir, passes along to the northern shoulder of Mount Jearim, that is Cheshalon, and goes down to Beth Shemesh and passes along by Timnah. The boundary goes out to the shoulder of the hill north of Ekron. Then the boundary bends around to Shikharon and passes along to Mount Bela and goes out to Jabneel. Then the boundary comes to an end at the sea. And the west boundary was the great sea with its coastline. This is the boundary around the people of Judah according to their clans. According to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, he gave to Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, a portion among the people of Judah, Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron. Arba was the father of Anak. And Caleb drove out from there the three sons of Anak, Sheshai and Ahiman, and Talmai, the descendant of Anak. And he went up from there against the inhabitants of Deber. Now the name of Deber formerly was Kiriath Sepher. And Caleb said, whoever strikes Kiriath Sepher and captured it, to him will I give Achsah, my daughter, as wife. And Othniel, the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, captured it, and he gave him Achsah, his daughter, as wife. When she came to him, she urged him to ask her father for a field. And she got off her donkey, and Caleb said to her, what do you want? She said to him, give me a blessing. Since you have given me the land of Negeb, give me also springs of water. And he gave her the upper springs and the lower springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the people of Judah according to their clans. The cities belonging to the tribe of the people of Judah in the extreme south toward the boundary of Edom were Kabzeel, Eder, Jagur, Kena, Dimonah, Adadah, Kedesh, Hazor, Ithnan, Ziph, Telem, Baalath, Hazor Hadattah, Kiriath Hezron, that is Hazor, Amam, Shema, Moladah, Hazor Gadah, Heshman, Beth Pelet, Hazor Shual, Beersheba, Biziathiah, Bela, I am, that's a fun word, fun name. Ezim, El Tolad, Chesil, Hormah, Ziklag, Madmana, Sansana, Leboeth, Shilhim, Ayan, Rimmon, in all, 29 cities with their villages. It's the different letters put together than I'm used to putting together. And in the lowland, Eshtal, Zorah, Ashnan, Zanoah, En-Ganim, Tapua, Enam, Jarmuth, Adulam, Sukkah, Ezekah, Sharam, Adathaim, Gedera, Gederathaim, 14 cities with their villages. Okay, there's more. There's a lot of cities, 16 cities with their villages, and then more listed, 9 cities with their villages, so I'm skipping a little bit of all the names. Ekron with its town and villages, to the sea, and all their villages, Ashdod and all their villages, and in the hill country, and all 11 cities with their villages, and Arab, and 10 cities with all their, 9 cities with all their villages, Maon, and all their 10 cities with their villages, Halchon, and 6 cities with their villages. Kiriath Baal, 2 cities with their villages. So I was skimming that. I was reading the first name and then how many cities. Excuse me for that. Verse 61. In the wilderness, Beth Araba, and it skips along, 6 cities with their villages. But the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the people of Judah, could not drive out. So the Jebusites dwell with the people of Judah at Jerusalem to this day. Ooh. Okay, that's not good. And then it skips over to 1 Chronicles chapter 2, verse 5 through 55. And it's naming the sons that we've already read. So I'm going to skip through some of this because I think we've already read these lists. So the sons of Perez, the sons of Hezron, Caleb, the son of Hezron, fathered children to his wife. Afterward, Hezron went in to the daughter of Machir, the father of Gilead, whom he married when he was 60 years old, and she bore him Segub. And Segub fathered Jair, who had 23 cities in the land of Gilead. But Jesher and Aram took from them Havrath, Jair, Kenneth, and its villages, 60 towns. All these were descendants of Machir, the father of Gilead. After the death of Hezron, Caleb went in to Ephrathah, the wife of Hezron, his father, and she bore him Asher, the father of Tekoa. The sons of Jerahmeel, and then it lists all of them. The sons of, it's just listing. There's just a lot of names. The sons of Caleb, and they list all the sons of Caleb. Okay, and that's all of that section. And then 1 Chronicles 4, 1 through 23, the sons of Judah, and it lists more. Oh, so these are just lists of names. Oh, except here's the prayer of Jabez is in here. So we got to get to this part. Sons of Iram had 2 wives. Nerah bore him this, the sons of Helah, the sons of Jabez. And then verse 9, Jabez was more honorable than his brothers, and his mother called his name Jabez, saying, because I bore him in pain. Jabez called upon the Lord, the God of Israel, saying, oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my border, and that your hand might be with me, and that you would keep me from harm, so that it might not bring me pain. So he asked God to reverse the name that he had been given, reverse the meaning of the name that he had been given. Because when you're given a name that's declared over you, every time somebody calls your name, they declare over you that word. My mom blessed me with the name Ellen, which means light. So every time someone says my name, they're calling me light, which is a blessing. But his mom called him pain. And so he called out to God saying that he would not bring pain, that when people called his name, it would not bring pain to him or to those around him. So his prayer was, oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my border, and that your hand might be with me, and that you would keep me from harm, so that it might not bring me pain. And God granted what he asked. I love that. I mean, just 2 short sentences. And there's so much in it that it's just so much in that. And then it continues, verse 11, Caleb, the brother of Shunah, fathered Meher, who fathered Eshton. Eshton fathered Berah. And they keeps going, who fathered, the sons of this person, the sons of that person. And they're just listing. And these were potters who were inhabitants of Netaim and Gedera. They lived there in the king's service. So I skipped a lot because it's just listing the same people we've already listed. We listed them back in Joshua. So we don't need to read the same list again. So in fact, I was sort of hoping that the Chronological Bible would skip the parts that are that are duplicated. But we needed that one sentence about Jabez, which is really fun. It gives us permission. I think it gives me permission to pray. If my name doesn't mean something good, that to pray that God would reverse the word that people are speaking over me, and He'll do it. He did it for Jabez. He'll do it for you. It's a lot of the reason we get to read the word is to find out what we can do as lovers of God and lovers of truth. And it doesn't really say it's giving you permission, but it is giving you permission. God said He granted His request. So I love that. So enjoy, receive the blessing of your name, or ask God to reverse the meaning of your name, so that every time someone calls your name, it's a blessing. So thank you for joining us today as we read. Happy birthday again, Mom. Of course, I'll be talking to you today, but it's so much fun to be able to read to you on your birthday. What a privilege it is to have my mom with me. I love you so much. Thank you. Bye.